Hi, my name's Dan Santat. I'm a children's book author and illustrator who lives in Los Angeles, California. And here we are in my studio where I make all my art. I have assorted bookshelves filled with little toys and books and awards that I've won. And today, for Barnes & Noble Storytime, I'm going to be reading this classic book, The Little Engine That Could, written by Dolly Parton and illustrated by me. This is also featuring a little introduction by Dolly Parton. And it's a very special book to me because it was one of the very first books that I learned to read with my mom when I was a kid. And I'm going to be reading it to you today for Barnes & Noble Storytime. I hope you enjoy it. Let's start with the end papers. We have our little blue train here with the smokestack puffing. I think I can. The Little Engine That Could. Chug, 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 puff, 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 ding dong, ding dong. The little train rumbled over the tracks. She was a happy little train, for she had such a jolly load to carry. Her cars were full of good things for little boys and girls. There were toy animals, giraffes with long necks, teddy bears with almost no necks at all, and even a baby elephant. Then there were dolls with blue eyes and yellow curls, dolls with brown eyes and brown bobbed heads, and the funniest toy little clown you ever saw. And there were cars full of toy engines, airplanes, tops, jackknives, picture puzzles, books, and every kind of thing boys or girls could want. But that was not all. Some of the cars were filled with all sorts of good things for boys and girls to eat. Big golden oranges, red cheeked apples, bottles of creamy milk for their breakfasts, fresh spinach for their dinners, peppermint drops, and lollipops for after-meal treats. The little train was carrying all these wonderful things to the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain. She puffed along merrily. Then, all of a sudden, she stopped with a jerk. She simply could not go another inch. She tried and she tried, but her wheels would not turn. She was really tired right there. What were all these little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain going to do without the wonderful toys to play with and the good food to eat? Here comes a shiny new engine, said the funny little clown, who jumped out of the train. Let's ask him to help us. Now, if you notice, there's a little airplane that's been flying around. So every time I turn the page, maybe, let's see if you can find that train. Oh, there. So all the dolls and toys cried out together, "Please, shiny new engine, won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine is broken down, and the boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us." But the shiny new engine snorted, "I pull you? I am a passenger engine. I have just carried a fine big train over the mountain with more cars than you ever dreamed of. My train had sleeping cars with comfortable berths, a dining car where waiters bring water, whatever hungry people wanted to eat, and parlor cars in which people sit in soft armchairs and look out of big plate glass windows. I pull the likes of you? Indeed not." And off he steamed into the roundhouse where engines live when they are not busy. How sad the little train and all the dolls and toys felt. Then the little clown called out, "The passenger engine is not the only one in the world. Here is another engine coming, a great big strong one. Let's ask him to help us." The little toy clown waved his flag, and the big strong engine came to a stop. There's our little plane right there again. please, oh please, big engine, cried all the dolls and the toys together. Won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the good little boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. But the big strong engine bellowed, I am a freight engine. I have just pulled a big train loaded with big machines over the mountain. These machines print books and newspapers for grown-ups to read. I am a very important engine indeed. I won't pull the likes of you. And the freight engine puffed off indignantly to the roundhouse. The little train and all the dolls and toys were very sad. Cheer up, cried the little toy clown. The freight engine is not the only one in the world. Here comes another. He looks very old and tired, but our train is so little, perhaps he can help us. So the little toy clown waved his flag, and the dingy, rusty old engine stopped. There's our little plane flying around again. Please, kind engine, cried all the dolls and toys together. Won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine is broken down, and the boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. But the rusty old engine sighed. I am so tired. I must rest by weary wheels. I cannot pull even so little a train as yours over the mountain. I cannot, I cannot, I cannot. And off he rumbled to the roundhouse, chugging, I cannot, I cannot, I cannot. Then indeed the little train was very, very sad, and the dolls and the toys were ready to cry. But the little clown called out, Here's another engine coming, a little blue engine, a very little one. Maybe she can help us. The very little engine came chugging merrily along. When she saw the toy clown flag, she stopped quickly. What is the matter, my friends? She asked kindly. Oh, little blue engine, cried the dolls and toys. Will you pull us over the mountain? Our engine is broken down, and the good boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. Please, please help us, little blue engine. I'm not very big, said the little blue engine. They use me only for switching trains in the yard. I've never been over the mountain. But we must get over the mountain before the children awake, said all the dolls and the toys. The very little engine looked up and saw the tears in the doll's eyes, and she thought of the good old little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain who would not have any toys or good food unless she helped. Then she said, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. And she hitched herself to the little train. She tugged and pulled and pulled and tugged, and slowly, slowly, they started off. The toy clown jumped on board, and all the dolls and the toy animals began to smile and cheer. Puff, puff, chug, chug went the little blue engine. I think I can, 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 I think I can. Up, 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 faster and faster and faster, the little engine climbed until at last they reached the top of the mountain. Down in the valley lay the city. Hooray, hooray, cried the funny little clown and all the dolls and toys. The good little boys and girls in the city will be happy because you helped us, kind little blue engine. Where's our plane here? Oh, he's hiding right there. That was a tough one. and the little blue engine smiled and seemed to say as she puffed steadily down the mountain, I thought I could, 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 I thought I could. Where's our little plane here? Oh, there's our little plane. And that's the end. Here in the back end papers, a little blue train going down the hill. It says, I thought I could, I thought I could. And that is the end of our story. I hope you enjoyed that. Now, let's grab a pen and a piece of paper or a crayon or whatever you have in front of you, and let's draw a picture of a train, shall we?
So here we are on my computer desk. I usually draw on a computer, but you can really draw anywhere if you have the right materials. And really the basic of drawing, you can draw anything using three basic shapes, really. The first shape is a circle. The second shape would be a square. And the third shape would be a triangle. And these can take you pretty far. Also, if you were someone who liked to, or you knew how to draw letters of the alphabet, you could use various letters to draw pictures of things. If you just looked at them a certain way. And those are just some examples. So let's draw a train. Let's draw our little engine here. Okay. So let's start with the body of the train where we keep the water. And that would just be a simple rectangle like so. So there we have, and this is where they keep the water to create the steam, the boiler, I think it's called. And then we'll just break it up in little segments here. We'll put 2 lines. Okay, and then in the back there's the part where the boiler shovels the coal, where the engineer is supposed to sit in. So we have this larger back right here. Now, when I was working on this book, I had absolutely no idea how to draw trains. So I had to study trains at a train yard here in Los Angeles. And I could climb on the trains and I could take pictures of them all over the place. Every little part of the train. And it took a lot of practice. My trains were looking a little weird. And, just having the ability to study the train up close and practice drawing the train, you got a better handle on this. See, right now I drew another rectangle on top of there to create a little canopy for the train. And now the train has 2 little windows in the back, so we have 2 rectangles here. So as you can see so far, it's pretty simple. We've only used various squares and rectangle shapes. And then we have a little decorative part right here. Oops. Oh. Okay. I'm getting to the... I'm doing the easy stuff first. Now we have these little, I don't know what you call them. They're like these little boiler domes, and they're like shaped like the little upside down letter U. So she has 2 of these right there, and then just a decorative line across the top like so. And then we're gonna do the smokestack. We're going to do her beautiful little smokestack, and that is like a diamond shape here. Okay. And then so. And here, let's just put 2 eyes, and some eyebrows, and a little nose, and a little smile like so. And you know, we'll put a little circle here for some rosy cheeks. Okay, so now we have a face on our train, but we still have a long way to go. Trains are so hard. We're gonna use a little. She had a little knob here in the front. Okay, now little engine had this base here that holds the wheels. So I'm going to draw a little rectangle under here. Nope, there's another line there. Okay, and then I'm sorry, I'm going to make that a little bit longer because the train wheels are really big. So I'm just going to erase that right there. See? Even artists like myself make mistakes all the time. Okay, and now we have these 2 giant wheels. Okay, we have 2 circles here with these giant wheels. This was the hardest part for me when I was drawing the train, because you have these little, I don't even know what you call them. I don't know what the terms are. These little spokes that connect to the wheels that all the trains have. I didn't know how to draw that. Here we're gonna have 2 more circles here, which are the axles of the wheels, and then we'll just connect these spokes like so. You know what else I'm not very good at? I'm not good at drawing a lot of things. I'm not very good at drawing bicycles. Bicycles are hard. Horses are hard. Human hands are hard. Cars aren't easy. But you know, you keep practicing and eventually you'll get there. And now we have this piston. We have this piston here that it's going to start with a rectangle, like so, and then 2 half circles connected at the end. Okay, and then that is connected to the boiler with just these 2 lines. So now, here's the crazy part. So here, the piston is connected to the wheels, so the boiler generates steam and it pushes these pistons in and out, and then that causes the wheels to turn. So you have the boiler, you have the steam going into the piston, and the piston has this pump right here. Okay, so we're just going to draw a little square and a line that goes right into the piston. And the way this piston works is that it just goes in and out, and then it will connect to one of the wheels back here. We'll draw a rectangle here, and then it connects itself to that first piston, right? And then it has a swiveling joint on there that connects to the other wheel, like so. And then you have another line that connects to the other wheel. So when this piston moves out, it makes this wheel turn, and then this joint here connects to the wheel, and then they both turn at the same time. And that's how you learn so much when you're drawing some things, and sometimes you just have to sit there and you have to study it. And then there's another wheel that hides behind this piston, so you don't see the whole wheel, and it's just, I'm just drawing a half circle underneath there. And then it's connected to another axle. Oops. All right. And I think what would be handy is to draw the train tracks, just a line connecting the wheels to the ground, like so. Gosh, even, I drew the train so many times when I did this book, and even now it's still tricky. All right, and now the last part is what I guess it's part of the train. I always called it the little rake, but actually, I guess the actual term for it is the cow pusher. And I guess, I don't know, when cows would be in the middle of the road of the train tracks, you would have this little rake or cow pusher in the front to push the cows off to the side. So that really, in essence, is what makes a train look like a train or an old train. So we're going to have a little rectangle that sticks out right here. Okay. And then it had a little cap there at the end. And now it's connected with this little cable to hold it in place. And then it's a triangle. Or I guess it's a kind of triangle. Okay? And so, when cows are coming by, it just pushes the cow aside. And that, we're going to have a little lip to the edge of it, like so. And we're almost done here. And then it has these metal bars that go along the frame. Like so. And now we've drawn the little engine. And, we can have smoke coming out of her smokestack. And there you go. You've drawn yourself a train.
So I hope you enjoyed the story. This is Dan Santat reading The Little Engine That Could for Barnes & Noble Storytime. Take care.